darkness and horror as Adolf Hitler. The man who led Nazi Germany during one of the most devastating conflicts in human history, World War II, was responsible for the deaths of millions and the near destruction of an entire continent. But how did one man amass so much power? And how did his vision of a greater Germany lead to such unimaginable tragedy? Adolf Hitler was born on April 20th, 1889, in Braunau am Inn, Austria. His early life was marked by instability. He struggled in school, and after the death of his parents, he moved to Vienna, where he dreamed of becoming an artist. However, repeated rejections from the Academy of Fine Arts Vienna crushed his ambitions. It was in Vienna that Hitler's political ideas began to form, shaped by the anti-Semitic and nationalist sentiments that were prevalent at the time. In 1914, World War I broke out, and Hitler volunteered to serve in the German army. He found a sense of purpose in the military, and the war deeply influenced him. Germany's defeat in 1918 left him feeling bitter and humiliated, sentiments that were widespread among Germans at the time. After the war, Hitler joined the German Workers' Party, which would later become the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or the Nazi Party. Hitler's powerful oratory and propaganda skills quickly made him the party's leader. Hitler's first attempt to seize power came in 1923 with the failed beer hall putsch, a coup that ended in his arrest. However, his trial provided a national platform for his ideas, and during his time in prison, he wrote Mein Kampf, outlining his vision for Germany's future. By exploiting economic hardships and fears of communism, Hitler gained increasing support. In 1933, he was appointed Chancellor of Germany. Soon after, the Reichstag fire allowed him to consolidate power, enabling him to establish a totalitarian regime. Once in power, Hitler pursued aggressive expansionist policies, leading to the invasion of Poland in 1939 and the start of World War II. Hitler's ideology centered on the idea of Aryan superiority, and his regime systematically targeted Jews, Romani people, disabled individuals, and others deemed undesirable. This culminated in the Holocaust, the genocide of 6 million Jews and millions of others in concentration camps. Hitler's quest for dominance plunged the world into the deadliest conflict in human history, resulting in the deaths of over 70 million people. 1944. The tide of war had turned against Nazi Germany. The Allies advanced on all fronts, and by April 1945, Soviet forces had encircled Berlin. As defeat loomed, Hitler retreated to his bunker, where he continued to issue orders to his crumbling military. On April 30th, 1945, as Berlin fell, Adolf Hitler took his own life. His death marked the end of the Third Reich, but the horrors of his regime would leave scars that last to this day. Adolf Hitler's rise and fall is a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power, extremism, and hatred. The world continues to reckon with the legacy of the Nazi era, a period that stands as one of the darkest chapters in human history. The lessons learned from this period must never be forgotten, so that such a tragedy never happens again.